Outdoor caravanning setups are trickier than what they look. We have been through a fair bit of gear. Issues with weight, durability, pack-up times, and I think we've finally figured it out. So every good setup needs a ground mat. And you can't be without tie downs. Table and chairs, a step, a comfy lounger, and a fire pit to sit in front of. So we've tested a lot of gear in the last couple of years, and this is the stuff that actually lasts and works.
Okay guys, so we are racing the weather this afternoon. So much rain in Queensland lately. What we're gonna do is we are gonna take you through our favorite products while we set up our outdoor setup. We'll tell you why we love them, what else we've tried, what's worked, what hasn't, and basically just show you all these great products. So full disclaimer, some of these things we have affiliate discount codes for. Great way to just help us out and support the channel and also get a nice little discount. So I think the very first one we've got to start with, because we need to stand on the ground here, is the ground mat. So I reckon this is Ash's favorite without a doubt. This is the Tiger Terra mat. So we have been pretty slack in the past with ground mats, I reckon. We did have one with the Jayco. We didn't use it very often. I think we just didn't really like it. I think from memory, it was a Sea Gear one. It worked all right, but it just didn't look that great either. This thing looks absolutely amazing. Amazing in like photos and video, which we like to shoot, and just really stoked on this product. Like since we've had it, I reckon everywhere we camp at, we put it out now. So it's just worth that little bit of effort. What we'll do is we'll set this up and yeah, keep talking about it while we do it. All right, before we start with the ground mat, I better mention we've left these out because it's really windy here at the moment and we do not want this awning to blow away while we're filming on camera, basically. That'd be a bit embarrassing. These Tiger awning tie downs, you've seen us set these up before. We've spoken about them other times. Absolutely amazing bit of kit. Been running these for 2 years, I reckon now. It allows us to keep our awning out 24/7, which is such a great addition when you're on the road full time. Shade absolutely all the time. So we love them. But yeah, now we will set up the ground mat, I reckon.
Chuck us that end. So the one thing about this mat is it's ginormous.
Yep.
It's super large. There are other sizes. But it definitely makes a huge difference for keeping dirt out of the van. Yep. I think is probably the biggest thing.
For sure. Probably one question that might get asked would be like the black, what's it like in the heat? We've been running this now for a few months.
Yeah.
We haven't had any dramas at all with that. So that's kind of all we can comment on.
Probably thanks to the fact that we can have our awning out all the time because of our Tiger tie downs.
Yep.
So it's always shaded. So we haven't had any issues thus far.
It's been really easy to clean off. Like we've had it down in the high country where it got pretty muddy and everything like that. And yeah. We've honestly just swept it off and it looks like it does now. So yeah, really, really happy with that. We'll chuck the pegs in.
Yep. So Tiger's got a whole range of pegs and screws.
Like drill bits.
Drill bits to secure all your things down, which is super great. I really like the ones for the ground mat because they're flush with the ground and we haven't had anyone bust a toe open on them yet. So now I've got to.
Pretty much the key to any outdoor setup, table. And I reckon this is where Ash and I have failed the most by far. We've been aware of these for the whole time, but I guess we'll cheapskate in it. Like, can't say anything more, but the old saying, a poor man pays twice, or probably 3 or 4 times in our case, I would say. So we've been through like picnic table setups. We even bought a pretty fancy, I think it was a Zempire table the other year, nice bamboo top wooden table. Honestly, just went to crap. Hey, it went moldy. The timber went really bad on it. It's another product in the bin, which is not what we want to be doing. Like, it's such a waste to be buying stuff, throwing it away all the time. This, I am so confident that it is going to last for a very long time. This is the Derrick table from Stratus Outdoors. By far the most eye-catching table on the market, I would say. You've probably seen their ads floating around. I think there's an ad floating around with this being used in the salt water. Very, very nice table. Looks like it's actually made to last out in the weather. So yeah, we've had this now for a few months and we're absolutely stoked with it. So very easy setup. And there we go. Like, so good. This thing's been just sitting outside for weeks and weeks and weeks now under the awning. Still looks pretty much brand new. So very, very happy with this.
These chairs, actually, they're probably our first like chairs for the outdoor setup. We haven't had, you know, just regular camping chairs. And considering it's our first attempt, I think we've probably nailed this one.
There was a fair bit of research done in this, and that's why we haven't bought any in the past.
For sure. Well, yeah, and because we always try to be as minimal as we possibly can, which is probably ironic now because of all of the nice stuff that we have, but trying to keep it as simple as possible is always the goal. But I don't know how we have done this for as long as we have without having chairs like this. So this is the Stratus Outdoor all-day chair, and they're just super sturdy.
The thing I really like about these is how they don't fold up into a square. They actually fold up.
Yeah. And you can
show them the fancy bit.
It's like an extreme trust fall. But yeah, super happy with these chairs. I really feel like they are going to go the distance. Final piece of our outdoor dining situation is the Barry bench. And that's just a fun name. Thoroughly enjoy it. So we bought this for the kids because we have two already, one on the way. We didn't want to have heaps of the all-day chairs, so this bench...
Plus, they're way too comfy for the kids to be sitting on.
This bench is the perfect solution for that. Whoop. Folds out really easily. Pretty lightweight. And super sturdy. Even it can hold me at 36 and a bit weeks pregnant.
And how good does it look? Come on, I dare someone to name us a better looking outdoor setup. Having a break.
Having a Kit Kat. No, I need to have a break. I'm far too pregnant to be standing up for that long. But while I'm sitting here, I'm going to put together the Tigear Base Lounger, which I would argue is probably, I reckon it's like top 2 of my favourite things outside.
You do love lounging in this thing, I tell you.
It's very comfortable. So the only thing with this is that it does require a little bit more effort to put together, which for a patient soul like me is totally fine. Old mate behind the camera just doesn't really have that in his skill set, you know?
I got nothing. Is this one we need like that 10 minutes later thing?
A few moments later. It's a chair with a pillow. Who doesn't want a chair with a pillow?
Show them how it's done.
Should I lounge?
Should you lounge?
I'll lounge. It's just bliss.
Now you got to get up and finish this video. If you follow us, you've seen these before. We've been rolling these things for a couple of years now, and these are still our original ones. Like, they held up so bloody good. Arguably our most versatile thing in the caravan. Like, we use these inside the caravan, we use these outside the caravan. Often use these to sit at the kitchen table to just give it extra seat inside, but mainly out here. Look at that, how easy. Use it to help put the awning out. We use it to sit around on. Honestly, like, this thing gets so much use. This is a Tiger Boost stool. If you haven't seen them before, yeah, massive fan of these, and they will always be in our kit. Okay, so we've been running this since we've had the Vibe Caravan. One of our favorite things. Queensland company, local to like our hometown, Arc Pit, made by Arcmate. Pop this thing on the wheel. It encourages lazier people with fires to actually have fires because there is no setup involved. Like, we love this thing. It's got a decent workout. It could be used a lot more. But yeah, we love it. Honestly, super simple. Pop the thing down, start a fire, and you're good to go. Yeah, couldn't speak any higher of that thing.
Now, we didn't mention this in the beginning, but it is one of the better things that we have incorporated into our outdoor setup is the Tiger shield. So we have one for the front and we've got two for each end as well. We're just going to put the one up the front up today. So these are great because they just give you one, privacy, but also protects a lot of this area from the weather. So rain, sun. They also have really great windows at the front, so you can still get that airflow through. These are amazing in caravan parks for privacy, obviously. But we've found even when we're off grid, we'll still put it up just to protect this area from the elements, basically. One thing that is great about all Tiger stuff is that they come in these really great bags, and the bags are big enough to fit them in after you've taken them out, because I always get really frustrated when you're battling to get something back into a bag and it's just way too small. So Tiger are really great with that. They give you a lot of room, so you don't have to like wrap it back up to factory to actually fit it in the bag. I'm going to need Ben's help with this because I'm far too pregnant to be putting this thing up by myself.
So this is our second Tiger shield that we've owned. So we actually had one for the Jayco, used it all around the place, held up really good. Got another one for the Vibe now as well. As Ash said, all weather, this thing has held up fantastic. Like we've left it out in some pretty solid winds and everything like that, and we've never had any dramas. Never had any signs of leaking or anything like that come through. Obviously, like, it is just a privacy screen. Like, it isn't a full-blown room. So, you know, particularly through the sides, there's going to be gaps coming through, particularly like with the sidewalls, like, because there's no way to mount them properly, like not like the front where you got a sail track.
Yeah. There
is always going to be a gap, but it massively like cuts down the weather, I would say. So we love them. Like, we choose to, like, the front wall we use way more often than the sidewalls, but there's definitely times where the sidewalls are amazing. And as Ash said, caravan parks particularly, like, you can just fully cut yourself off so you don't have people cutting through your sights, everything like that. Like, it just...
The best way to deter
sight cutters
is these shields.
Yeah. And if they go too close, they're going to trip over. So, but yeah, let's set this up. I think I might do this part. Hey, you can kind of... So as you can see, another thing the Tiger Boost stool comes in handy for. This is going to have a bit of a gap in it this time. Like, take into account, one, our caravan is very, very tall. We actually have the awning up a bit higher than what we probably usually do, just to make it a bit clearer for you guys to see what we're filming. So there will be a bit, probably more of a gap than what you would have if you're using this. One other thing to note is we've actually used this on the offside of the van too. So our Vibe has a sail track along the offside. We cop really bad morning sun we're at here. So we've popped it on the other side for a fair amount of time, and it did a really great job of cutting the sun out. I believe a little birdie told me that Tiger are possibly developing one specifically made for the offsides of vans at the moment. Don't 100% quote me on that, but yeah, we'll be really excited once that comes out to grab it, because I think that would be a very handy thing to have in our kit. So I think what we might do now that we've kind of filmed everything else, is we might drop the awning back down to like a usual kind of height, because this van is just way too big to have it up this high. Like, you would need the biggest bloody privacy screen to make this work. So what we'll do, we'll put it back down to the normal height, and then we'll drill in all the pegs and everything like that. So. All right, so what are you doing there?
Getting our tie downs for the shield. How many does it take?
6, I think, from memory.
2, 4, 6. I got 6. 2, 4. Let's get the drill.
Bit of sunset popping out over there behind you.
Oh yeah, didn't expect that to happen. It's been raining so much.
Lift off.
So these windows are really great at letting in airflow. I believe this is the second iteration of these screens, Ben?
Yeah, I believe so.
They improved the zips or the waterproofing of the...
I think they've put like bigger flaps over.
Yeah. So they just roll up and are held up with these little toggles, and that's it. Easy as.
So good.
So good.
It looks like a bit of a fortress now, I reckon.
It is a fortress.
Yeah.
So that concludes our outdoor setup. This is all the stuff that we'll be running when we hit the road again full time after this situation is earthside.
Yep. So what do you guys think about our outdoor setup? Any suggestions, things we missed? What gear are you loving? Out of this gear, what gear would you love to try out? Like, let us know. Always keen to kind of hear about all these things, get some ideas, drop them in the comments below. Hopefully everyone is doing really good. We're hoping to get out a few more videos before the little one makes an appearance, but we'll see how we go with that. See you, legends. Thank you for watching. Yo.